Good morning, friends.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. Please put your hands together and welcome today's singer, Gordon Ellis.
1, 2, 3, 4. Last Saturday, my cousin Paul jumped in the river, clothes and all, to celebrate when Sue put on his ring. Everybody said he's crazy, but I got to thinking maybe I could use more spontaneity. I've let my inhibitions turn into prohibitions, second-guessed myself at every turn. Now I'm ready to live bolder before I get any older, not be so afraid of getting burned. I give myself permission to walk out of this prison. These walls I built around me, I'm ready to take down. So I'm starting the removal of this need for approval. I give myself permission to be who I am right now. Well, I've always been a people pleaser, filling everybody's needs and paying no attention to my own. Needing praise from someone else to feel okay about myself, but always feeling empty in my soul. Maybe I'll write that novel, take off a year and travel, or be the leader of a band. Hey, my life is waiting for me, no more delaying now. It's time to let my wish be my command. I give myself permission to walk out of this prison. These walls I built around me, I'm ready to take down. So I'm starting the removal of this need for approval. I give myself permission to be who I am right now. Approval. I give myself permission to be who I am right now. Yeah, I give myself permission to be who I am right now. To be who I am right now. To be who I am right now.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I will be doing your meditation for today. And all you need to do is relax, place your feet on the floor, and breathe. Love yourself enough to do this. Breathe slowly. Inhale peace. Exhale tension. Inhale light. Exhale doubt. With each breath, imagine yourself sinking deeper and deeper into stillness. You are entering a place where miracles begin, where the old stories are all dissolved. You are now in the heart of God, and in this nurturing and in this absolute love, you feel ignited with a new frequency of life. This life is filled with an unstoppable purity of love. Place your hand across your heart, your sacred heart, connected to your divine mind, giving you insightful creativity. You are a magnet for love. As you feel it and see it and know this, your journey has only begun. For you know, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. As you remember your greatness, as you remember your power, your strength, your purpose, your service, you are ready and preparing to step in to your dreams. Oh, the wonderful glow that surrounds you, ignites you, illuminates you. You are prepared to know the truth that you are spirit divine. And as you come back in within the presence of this room with deepest gratitude and appreciation, knowing you can go there any moment, any minute, any second to feel the radiant, unstoppable light that guides you, sustains you, heals you. This is a day that we are moving into the new version of your highest self. And for this, we show great and deep appreciation and celebrate your presence, your life, your gift. Take a breath, and together we say, and so it is.
It's a Barry Manilow song. All the time I thought there was only me, crazy in a way that no one else could be. I would have given everything I owned if someone would have said, you're not alone. All the time I thought that I was wrong for wanting to be me, yet needing to belong. If I had just believed in all I had, someone might have said, you're not so bad. All the the time, all the wasted time, all the years looking for a sign to think I had it all the time. All the time I thought there was only me, crazy in a way that no one else could be. I can't believe that you were somewhere too, thinking all the time there's only you. All the time, all the wasted time, all the years just looking for a sign to think I had it all, to think I had it all, to think I had it all the time.
Gordon Ellis, everybody, singing to Barry Manilow.
Thank you, Gordon. Good morning, everybody. Whoa. It's my pleasure to be here today. I'm Reverend Marietta Carter, and I'm also a practitioner here at this center of CSLN. So, once again, let me say it's my pleasure to be here, and I would like to welcome all who are here and all who are online. Our speaker today, is our founder, the Reverend Dr. Mitch Johnson. The title of his talk today is, Do You Want to Create a Wonderful Life? And as Larry already introduced, thank you, Gordon, for coming up and sharing your gifts with us on the stage today. So if any of y'all are wondering what the Center for Spiritual Living in Nashville is all about, I would just like to share a few things. We are an open, inclusive, New Thought community. We're here for anyone seeking a deeper connection with themselves or with God. Our vision is to open hearts, inspire dreams, and to transform lives. So our purpose is to help people live their best life through practical spiritual teaching that teaches us the power of our own thoughts. So wherever you find yourself on your journey today, you are welcomed here. I would like to start off our service with just a little quote, and then I'm going to go into a spiritual affirmation. And a spiritual affirmation is really just a positive prayer. And I invite y'all to take that personal, make it personal. Whatever I say, I'm going to say it in the first tense. I encourage you to make it personal to yourself. But on page 98 of the Essential Ernest Holmes wrote, "We must instill into the mind the fundamental proposition that good is without bounds. We must get this concept rather than continuing to think that there is a power of evil as opposed to the power of good. We experience good and evil because there is a perception of duality. There's a perception of duality rather than unity." So as I say this spiritual mind treatment, may we all connect in the oneness of life, the oneness of God. For I know that there is only one life. That life is God. And that life is my life now. So there is nothing that can deny me the presence of this life. And I know that here in the spiritual center, I know that within the spiritual center within myself, that God lies and is perfect. And as I enter into a deeper understanding of life, a deeper understanding of myself, I let good flow and let this power work through me. I accept and expect more good. I accept and expect more good than I experienced this morning, than I experienced yesterday. I expect and accept more good to flow into my life now and always. I recognize my union with all people and all events, and I see good in every direction I look. And I look forward to an outpouring of more good in my life. And I look forward to an outpouring of more good in the lives of all of those around me. My mind releases a sense of burden and strain. Nothing can hurt or disturb my spiritual self, for I am free, for I am safe, for the divine works through me, and because the divine works through me, I am protected. I bless my body and I bless my mind, for they are good and they are worthy of love. I expect everything that I do to prosper, and I enthusiastically expect success. Yes, I allow good to flow into all of my experiences. And with a grateful heart, I say, thank you, Father, Mother, God, for this awareness to all goodness. I'm grateful for the truth and the love that governs me. And I release these laws. I release these words to the law that will always affirmatively respond to my thoughts. I let it be so. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. And so let's put our hands together and welcome Dr. Mitch Johnson to our stage.
Good morning. I think this morning I'm too hip for the room. What you think? Maybe not. This morning I want to tell you, I want to live a more wonderful life than I've ever lived before. More and more, never ending for eternity. Anybody here like to do that? Yes. Good. Because you see, I want to live it up, down, in and out, over the top, wonderful life, and I want it to keep going. And there's only one way to do that, by blessing and praising and thanking and being alive. So, if you want to have a wonderful life, you have to pay attention to what you want and stop paying attention to what you don't. You see, these things are very simple, which reminds me of a story that I'm going to tell you now to make the point. There was a nun who was at the Nashville airport, and she was sitting there. She was on her way to Chicago for a retreat. And she was sitting there. She noticed a machine over there that said, your fortune and your future for $1. So she went over And she thought, well, this will be fun. You know, I'm not trying to really understand this stuff. I don't believe it. So she put $1 in, and the card came out and said, you're a nun. You're on your way to Chicago for a retreat. And she said, that's amazing. And she sat down, and she was a little shook, and she thought, I wonder, what else could it tell me? So she went in and put another $1 in. The card came out, and she looked at it and said, you're a nun. You're on your way to Chicago for a retreat, and you're going to play the fiddle. What? Play the fiddle. And she sat down, and sure enough, a cowboy came along, in Nashville after all, and sat down next to her with a violin. And she looked at it because she used to play the violin as a kid. And he said, you want to see it? And she said, yes. And he opened it up, and she picked it up and started playing a little bit. And then she thought, oh my gosh, that thing predicted that. Then she went back and she put another $1 in the machine, and the card came out and it said, you're a nun. You're on your way to Chicago for a spiritual retreat. You've just played the fiddle, and now you're going to pass gas. And she said, what? I would never do that. I would never in 1,000 years do that. And she sat down, and sure enough, she did. She passed gas. Oh, and she was mortified. She said, I can't believe this. And then she went up and put another $1 in the machine. And the card came out and said, you're a nun. You're on your way to Chicago for a spiritual retreat. And you fiddled and farted around and missed your plane. Now, I know some of you went, well, I don't know. Think about something. We get in this life what we pay attention to. I'll say it again. We get in this life what we pay attention to. You know, the Buddha said, 2,600 years ago? We are what we think. All that we are, he said, arises with our thoughts. Now think, all that we are what we think. With our thoughts, we make the world. We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts, and with our thoughts, we make the world. So, if you want to have a wonderful life, you have to pay attention to what a wonderful life could be for you. What would it mean to you? What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? What does it do to your heart? Does it make you enthusiastic and joyous and happy? Satisfied? If you do that, if you start thinking along and paying attention to those kinds of things, what makes you enthusiastic and happy and joyous, if you do that, you will start creating a wonderful life, no matter what kind of life you have right now. See, this is the thing that I've noticed through the years. If you will consciously and deliberately pay attention, and you understand paying attention is a practice. You know, and maybe I've told you this before, but I'm learning to play classical ukulele, which is really classical guitar music on a ukulele, because I just want a little music in my life. And I notice the more I practice it, the better I get. Do you see the challenge for everybody go, See, the challenge for us is this. So many times we simply forget to practice. Or we think, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I don't have enough time. Oh, my goodness, I've got to go here. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. Dear friends, if you're living a life that's not wonderful for you, that's because you're paying attention to what is. You're paying attention to your past. You're paying attention to what seems to be rather than what can be. Am I making any sense? Despite my joke, some of you out there, it's okay. If you practice what it feels like to have a wonderful life would be, you would automatically, now notice something, you would automatically not be noticing what could go wrong or worry or fret because you're thinking about what can be as opposed to worrying about what could go wrong. And I know it sounds so simple. Easy for you to say, Dr. Mitch. No, it isn't. My life, I've learned over and over and over and over the simplicity of it. Dr. Holmes said it's simple. Isn't that always easy? Because you're going against your own programming, all the junk you've learned somewhere down and along the way. See, the law of mind, or the law of attraction that we teach so much around here, says whatever you focus on with deliberate intent and emotion will become your experience. You know, I love to talk because it always comes down to the simple things. It always comes down to, am I simply allowing myself to see something good, to smile a little bit, to try my best to talk to someone else and give them praise, and to raise my own vibration of energy a little bit? Even a little bit is better than nothing. Amen? Please understand. You may not be happy with your experience of life right now. And that's because you focused and paid attention, kind of hit and miss to everything that came on in your life. But 100 years ago, people like Ernest Holmes and the other founders of New Thought, the people in Unity and divine science and all of that, came together and said, look, it says right here in the Bible, in the Bible, it says right here, if you can believe, Jesus said it. I'll put it this way. If you can believe, all things are possible to him or her, I'll add, that believeth. All things are possible. Now, do you understand what I'm saying there? That's not, well, some things maybe if it's okay with everybody. All things are possible. Whatever your highest and best conception of a wonderful life could be, it's already done. It's already there, awaiting your acceptance of it, awaiting you to become a place where it can happen. To become a place where it can happen. So stop looking at what seems to be. Stop looking at the things that cause you to worry and fear and judge and complain. And start looking at the good that's already there that can be. Oh, people will have said to me for years, oh, but Dr. Mitch, you've got to face reality. No. No, thank you. I've seen it, been there, done that, and threw away the pictures. Do you understand? Excuse me. Well, if you can believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. Right there in the oldest book in the New Testament, the book of Mark. So the New Thought leaders 100 years ago or more came together and said, well, this is the real teachings of Jesus. It's not about buying fire insurance for your life after death. It's about creating a wonderful life now. Because he also said, heaven is where? Within. Oh, that. But you don't understand, Dr. Mitch. No, and I don't want to. I want to understand that life can always get better. I want to understand that no matter where I am, no matter how ill I may feel, no matter how down, no matter how broke I may be, no matter how I can't seem to find someone to love me, that's BS belief system. That's absolutely what makes it so. If you can believe. So how do we believe? How do we believe? Well, a few weeks ago, I asked you to do 200 affirmations a day. Anybody do that? Yeah. Therein lies the difficulty, my friends. 200 affirmations a day to flood your consciousness, to flood your brain into believing, because as Abraham Hicks says, what is a belief? It's a thought you have over and over and over and over and over. You see, an affirmation is not a one-time deal for me. I mean, you might have that kind of consciousness, I don't know. But for me, because I came from the Muhlenberg County hard-headed Johnsons, who once they got something a certain way, had a hard time giving it up. I know you don't know what I mean, do you, Gordon? No, good. But I did learn that if I said, I deserve a wonderful life, and so do you, I started feeling a little better about life. I think life can get better and better. Don't you? Yes. Say this, I deserve a wonderful life. More wonderful than I've ever had. Well, that's right. So, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you an advertisement, okay? For my class that starts Wednesday, September 24th. That'll be a week from next Wednesday? Yes. I say to you, I will give you the powerful tools that have worked for years and years for great, inspiring teachers of success like Bob Proctor, and readings from the Science of Mind. I will give you tools and techniques that will change your consciousness if you apply them, and you will start believing something different. Does that sound interesting to you? I know some of you are going to say, well, I don't have the money and I don't have the time. And besides, well, look, that's just your old BS trying to reassert itself. You got to have something different in this life to have a different experience. Amen? Amen? You are the ones who can come to this class and change your life. And I'll give you the tools. In fact, I'm going to say this. I don't know, I didn't talk to David about this, but I'm going to give this class to anybody on a money-back guarantee. If after 8 weeks, and you do it, you do the processes and you do the things I tell you to do, you don't feel there's any change, we'll give you the money back. Is that okay, David? Is that okay? He said yes. He's the treasurer, so hey. Are you still the treasurer? Oh, yeah, the book. Okay. Okay, Lucia, is it okay? Yeah, okay. So, that's my promise to you. And I want to say something. Creating a wonderful life is never supposed to be drudgery. It's never supposed to be hard. You know, the reason so many of you said, I can't do 200 affirmations a day, is because you thought it was going to be hard. It's as hard as you make it, sweetheart. And the easier you make it, the easier your experience of life will be. So, it's supposed to be fun, not something that has to be hard. It's supposed to be fun and easy and an adventure to look forward to, a new and wonderful experience of life. That's what it's supposed to be. This is why the psalmist, one of my favorite psalms, and yes, Donna, I'm preaching the Bible now. And I want you to substitute the word law for Lord in this psalm and see if it starts making sense. It said, make a joyful noise unto the Lord, unto the law. Do you understand? Because the law is going to take that energy of what you're doing and reflect it back to you as an experience. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. That's how you create a wonderful life. You know that the law responds to the feeling you have that's joyous and creative and an adventure. And oh boy, I get to do this. As opposed to, oh, I got to do this. So, the psalmist also goes on and says, enter into his gates with thanksgiving, grateful heart, and into his courts with praise, and be thankful unto him and bless his name. For the Lord is good. The law is good. Everything is good. His mercy is everlasting, his truth endureth all generations. I'm going to give you a new word to think about. Inevitable. Inevitable. You know this word? Yes. Well, it means certain to happen, one of the definitions, or unavoidable on another one. Certain to happen. So, Joe Dispenza, who I went to in one of his retreats, says that our bodies have become our subconscious minds. That is, all the habits and all the old beliefs and all the way we've looked at life has been built into us as nerve tissues, as the way genes react, as blood vessels, as hormones, as our body. So our body has gotten used to something being a certain way. Do you follow me? And if your experience of life is not what you desire, it's because your body is doing the thinking for you. You think I'm wrong? Think of something. I look at myself this morning. The first thing I got up this morning is, where's the coffee? That's my body. Now, I don't mind getting some coffee, but there's a lot of other things our body tells us to do that's not good for us. So, he says this, Joe Dispenza says this, our bodies are like computers. Computers. They are hardwired with old paradigms. A paradigm is the sum total of everything that you think and believe is possible. Everything that's ever happened to you, all that. It's a paradigm of what can be. So our bodies, but we also have, he says, our bodies is a paradigm of what we believe is possible right now. But we also have a software. It's hardwired into us, right? But we have a software of consciousness, a software of thoughts, a thought software of intention. And if we will say it over and over, we will instill into our subconscious, into our bodies, the wonderful life that can be. And our body will change, the nerves will change because of neuroplasticity. They'll grow in a different direction. Your brain can grow. Your genes can start signaling something new, health and vitality. You can get better at anything and everything. So you understand, what I'm saying is, you can instill within you, in your heart and in your mind and in your body, the wonderful life you deserve. Tell you what, I found this, that when you're able to explain it to someone, you're starting to get it. So find someone and explain just what I said. Go ahead. Give it a whirl. There's a lady up here who needs an explanation. Okay. How many have explained it to a partner and had them explain it back to you? You see, you're on your way because you understand how it works. And so many times in my life I've wondered, I wish it could work differently. Then I wouldn't have to do stuff. I could just lay back and let the world hopefully bring good things to me, hopefully. It doesn't work that way. The way it works, you say who you are, and you say what you want. And you say it and say it and say it until you feel it in your heart. And you say it so many times that your nerves start creating new nerves that match that. And the hormones start secreting new hormones and old ones and good feeling ones that match that. And your body becomes a place that vibrates a certain energy that the universe matches that energy and brings to you the wonderful life you deserve. It's inevitable. That's a good word, isn't it? We need to remind ourselves that often. Well, if I keep doing this, if I keep doing this prayer, if I keep doing this affirmation, if I keep looking for good feelings, like the Psalm says, make a joyful noise. Don't make a sad noise, make a joyful noise. Stop complaining and bitching. Right, Mark? Kvetching. Start explaining to yourself how wonderful life is. And you know, the funny thing is, when you start doing that, you start noticing how wonderful life is. And you have more people that start showing up in your life that know that it's wonderful. And you start feeling better. And you start feeling better. You see, it's because it's inevitable. It's a law. You can't break that law. It's the oldest law in the universe, the law of attraction. You can't break it. It's foolproof. So it's inevitable that whatever your true desire of a wonderful life is will inevitably be your experience. Isn't that wonderful to know? Yes. I think it is. I think one time I was taking classes maybe in LA, a science of mind class, and it occurred to me, oh, if I do this and this and this, I'll get this. Right? Well, I wish I could say I got it and that was it. But like all of us, I had to keep working at it because I'd forget and I'd slip into my old habits. But I tell you now, life has been wonderful for me. And I have so many people to thank and so many reasons to be thankful. But it's inevitable. So, the sun comes up in the morning. That's inevitable, right? Sun goes down, night comes. That's inevitable. You eat good energy food, you have good energy in your body. It's inevitable. You exercise a little bit and your body likes it, and that's inevitable. How many other things can you think of that it's inevitable? Like the earth spinning on its axis. We don't even have to do anything about that. It just spins. It goes through the universe, spinning and going, and the sun is traveling at some incredible rate of speed throughout the galaxy. And the galaxy turns around and changes are happening inevitably because that's the nature of things. To always have something different than was there before. And my experience has been that different thing can be wonderful beyond our imagination if we allow ourselves to see that possibility. I know that's how I get to see it. See, life can be wonderful when we're enthusiastic about it. It can be wonderful when we make it fun. It can be wonderful when we do one little thing to make us happy or to see a joke in something. That automatically turns on a whole set of different hormones and nerves. Did you know that? I was talking with a friend recently about a book I read way back in the 80s called Anatomy of an Illness, Norman Cousins. Anybody ever read that book? Yeah. He found that he went to a hotel room. He left. The doctor said, oh, well, we can't do anything for you. He was in constant pain. I forgot, some kind of strange disease. And so he checked into a hotel room, a fancy hotel room, and he rented a VCR and a movie machine and that kind of thing. And he did nothing but watch old funny movies. You know, the Marx Brothers and the Three Stooges and films like that, W.C. Fields. And he watched them over and over, and he found if he could get a good belly laugh for about 5 minutes, he'd have 30 minutes pain-free. Well, do you see what happened there? The normal, what we really are, vibration of joy and happiness was suddenly felt and revealed and uncovered. This is why I love jokes so much, guys. Understand. I'll tell you, I'll give you something to say. I talked with a person yesterday who was going through something. And she said, I've been going through this for a long time, Dr. Mitch. What can I do? And I said, okay, here's something I've told people for years. Be glad. Be glad. That's G-L-A-D. Give life a direction. Be glad. Find something, even a little thing, to make you feel a little better. And if you add to it and add to it, you will be up to the joyful noise to the Lord business. Well, here, dear friends, say this. I love my wonderful life, and it's just going to get better. And then I would say to you, why? And you would report back to me, because it's inevitable. Okay, turn to someone and say, I love my wonderful life. Why? Yes? One more time. I love my wonderful life. Why? I didn't feel it from you. One more time. I love my wonderful life. Why? And so it is. It's inevitable.
So Mitch just talked about the law, and there is a law of giving and receiving. We call it the law of circulation. So if something has touched your heart today, there's many ways that you can share your love, your gift with us. I'm going to ask our ushers, Jacqueline Corella and Gary, what's your name again? I'm just kidding. Gary Hoffman, to come on down. Thank you for your service. In addition to the baskets that are being passed around that you can put your gift in, you can go to our lobby. You can go outside to our bookstore. There's a QR code that you can use and connect it with your credit card. For our online viewers, please make a contribution using the link in the description that is shown. Please say with me, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Thank you for your loving gifts.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Well, I know the road has been rocky, and I know you're tired of the pain. But if anyone can find a light in the darkness, I know it's you, my friend. You've been a beacon of hope, girl, and you've been a tower of strength. So if anyone can find a light in the darkness, I know it's you, my friend. I know it's hard to see beyond today's tragedy, but there ain't no shame in reaching out. You can always reach out to me. Well, sometimes we know all the reasons. Sometimes it's hard to explain. But if anyone can find a light in the darkness, I know it's you, my friend. There ain't no shame in reaching out, and you can always reach out to me. I know the road has been rocky, and I know you're tired of the pain. But if anyone can find a light in the darkness, I know it's you, my friend. Yeah, if anyone can find a light in the darkness, I know it's you, my friend.
Before we leave out today, I want to thank Dr. Mitch Johnson, once again for his talk today. Gordon Ellis for being our special guest. And of course, our musicians, Don, Mark, Jimmy, Larry, thank you so much. Our AV team, childcare, everybody who made this service happen today. Thank you, thank you. It's been a wonderful day, don't you think? So I just have a few announcements. So you can have your life of your dreams, like Mitch was talking about. You can join his new 8-week class. It begins September the 24th. It'll be held every Wednesday in person from 10:30 to 12 o'clock here at this center. Or you can join him on Zoom at night. It's between 6:30 and 8 o'clock. You could also join practitioner David Armholder in meditations on Monday here at 1 o'clock. You can start your week off right by connecting to who you truly are. If you're looking for ways to make life more interesting, fun, and exciting, then don't miss the Let's Talk discussion by Reverend Marla Sanderson that will begin on September the 24th, right after, it will begin on September the 21st, right after the service. So everybody, mark your calendar, save your day, whatever that you need to do to remember this. But on September the 28th, Reverend Kath will be here. She'll be doing a different kind of service. And it will be a combination of a service and a seminar. It'll be between 10:30 and 12:30. The seminar is entitled, "Why is Uncle Bob so cranky all the time?" Sure, y'all want to find out the answer to that. So we'll help each other look at how each of us responds to change and ways to get unstuck. We are still searching for a new minister. If you know of a CSL affiliated minister who you think would be of interest or you think would be a good fit for CSLN, please let one of our board members know. Now, I'm not sure who all signed up, but the Why Not Restaurant, Saloon, right up the hill here, is expecting, about 20 of us for lunch today. So if you didn't sign up, anybody want to join? Just raise your hand and I'll just make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Great, got you in the back. And I'm sure there will be a good time for fun and fellowship and maybe a few drinks and food, who knows? And the Titans. And
football.
Forgot it. I remember, yeah. We know what's important to me. Go Titans, yeah. Before we close our service today, I'd like to thank our visitors who are here. I'm not going to ask you to stand, but I will ask you to raise your hand because we want to know who you are, okay? So if there's somebody visiting for the first time or the second time, or you just want a special acknowledgement or a special hug or something, just raise your hand and we'll come your way, okay? We'll also like to invite you to go right outside these barn doors and join us in the community room for some light refreshments. If you're watching online, I'm going to invite you to just subscribe and give us a thumbs up. So right now I'm going to ask all of our practitioners to come up front. Y'all, I just want you to know these practitioners are professional folks. It's their joy, it's their privilege, it's what they kind of live their life for is treating, helping people make a difference. So if there's something that you're dealing with, something you want to attract in your life, if you want health or a relationship or career or more money or a new car, or you want to get rid of an old car, I don't know. You just fill out or you can talk to one of these here, or you can fill out a prayer request and put it in the secure box in the table in the lobby. If you're watching online, please just go to our practitioners and you can contact them directly. So in order for us to attract the perfect new minister for our community, each week after service, we have been doing a new minister covenant. So we know that we must first become what we want in a new minister and affirm it for our community in order to create the space for them to be attracted to it.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, okay. But we are very appreciative for his continued service with our church. So there are many copies of the covenant on the credenza in the lobby. You can take it home, find some time, that personal time that Mitch also talked about. And so you can become one with it, and you can become one with us. So I'll read this new minister covenant. Please affirm it silently for yourself. Focus on the intention of the words and how we embody this. There is only one life. This life is love, goodness, and God. This life lives in me, in you, and in all. Together we know that we are one with the presence of our new minister, a beautiful expression of spirit, guided by love and grounded in truth. We welcome a minister who inspires, who uplifts, and walks the path of the science of mind. They speak with clarity, lead with wisdom, and love with an open heart. They honor our music, our gifts, and our community. They see each of us as whole, perfect, and divine. Together we say yes to a minister who brings abundance, joy, and shared purpose. We trust the right and perfect person is already here. And join me as I say, and so it is. So now I'm going to invite you to connect with that love that's in your heart and stand up for the closing song.
Your fellow man, give him a helping hand. Put a little love in your heart. I see it's getting late. Oh, please don't hesitate. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Take a good
This program is a service of the Center for Spiritual Living Nashville. May your life be filled with joy and prosperity in every way. Learn more about our programs or contact one of our practitioners at our website, cslnashville.org. You may also want to follow us on Facebook at CSLNASH. You can make a big difference with your financial gift at lovecsln.com. Please share the link to this program with a friend and join us again next Sunday. Have a wonderful week.